childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Celebrate the joy we share. Celebrate children everywhere. Celebrate a brighter day. Celebrate, celebrate. Our voices ring. Celebrate. We can do anything. Celebrate the early years. Celebrate. 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 Celebrate.
Every child is unique and capable. Yes, every child belongs. And when love and support are stable, the results are happy songs. Let's celebrate inclusion and acceptance together. In a world where we all belong, every child can shine. In a world where we all belong, no voice is denied. Different ability, but hearts the same. Let's break the silence, let's change the game. Let us join our hearts, let us make a start. Open up your mind, open up your heart. Let us make a try. If you wonder why every child can fly, let us join our hearts, let us make a start. Open up your mind, open up your heart. Let us make a try. If you wonder why every child can fly, with kindness and patience we'll pave the way. Teaching acceptance day by day. In every class and every school, let's stand as one. Celebrating differences, every child is fun. Let us join our hearts, let us make a start. Open up your mind, open up your heart. Let us make a try. If you wonder why every child can fly, let us join our hearts, let us make a start. Open up your mind, open up your heart. Let us make a try. If you wonder why every child can fly. Oui, day, hey. Embrace the light, let love unfold. Together we're strong, let the stories be told. No more stigma, let's lift each other high. In our hearts, every child can fly. Let us join our hearts, let us make a start. Open up your mind, open up your heart. Let us make a try. If you wonder why every child can fly, let us join our hearts, let us make a start. Open up your mind, open up your heart. Let us make a try. If you wonder why every child can fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to this momentous occasion. Please stand at this time as I invite Mrs. Shakira James Cumberbatch to lead us in the opening prayer, and I ask that you remain standing for the national anthem which will follow.
Good morning, everyone. Let us pray. Creator of the universe, Master, Savior, our Redeemer and friend, we truly thank you this morning for your blessings towards us, the gift of life, the mere fact that we are alive and we are well, we are grateful. We thank you that we can gather here today as educators and partners in the launching of this worthwhile curriculum. I pray, God, that you will continue to bless us. Thank you for the vision and the wisdom so far. And I pray, God, that you will continue to take us through this journey. Bless this wonderful proceedings. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Cumberbatch, for graciously accepting to commence our proceedings with those words of reflection. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the anthem. Please be seated, everyone. At this point, I acknowledge the presence of Mr. Vivian Crook, Country Coordinator for the OECS Program for Educational Advancement and Relevant Learning, the OECS Pearl as we know it, the project under which the digital OECS Harmonized Primary Curriculum has been developed. Mrs. June Russell, Change Manager for the OECS Pearl, OECS Pearl Focal Points, curriculum writers and coaches and other members of the OECS Pearl support team, other stakeholders, and I particularly acknowledge the presence of those who came on board during the public engagement sessions, colleagues from the Ministry of Education, those gathered here and those joining us online, representatives of the media. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the launch of the digital OECS Harmonized Primary Curriculum on the OECS Learning Hub. This launching exercise forms part of a regional undertaking among the OECS Commission and members of the member states across the region. So today, as we gather here in celebration of this momentous occasion, our counterparts across the region are doing the same. This morning, we'll begin with a virtual launch package from the OECS, acknowledging the journey that has brought us to this exercise and featuring the voices of key players and
recording in progress
who've contributed to making this initiative a reality. Following this presentation, we'll take a 5-minute break, then resume with a practical session where you'll have the opportunity to explore the Learning Hub with a walkthrough of the AI Lesson Planner. We'll then open the floor for your questions and comments, welcoming input not only from those of us here, but also those joining us via Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook. And after that, after our open floor discussion, we'll wrap up quickly. We'll wrap up our proceedings quickly. All right, so at this point, I invite you to turn your attentions to the screens for the OECS virtual package.
Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, development partners, educators, students, parents, supporters of education across the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the OECS Learning Hub virtual launch. Today, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission officially unveils the Digital Harmonized Primary Curriculum, or as we like to call it, the D-OHPC. From the OECS Communications Unit, I am Malika Thompson-Snack, and it is my absolute honor to guide you through this momentous occasion as we officially launch the OECS Learning Hub. It is my pleasure to acknowledge and welcome the presence of our distinguished guests joining us. Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister of Education, Commonwealth of Dominica and Chair of the Council of Ministers, Education. His Excellency Dr. Didicus Jules, Director General, OECS. Mrs. Sisra Simon, Director, Human and Social Division, OECS Commission. Senior officials of the Ministries of Education, National Coordinators and Education Planners, Curriculum Officers and Assessment Specialists, members of the project management team and staff of the OECS Commission. To all other dignitaries, development partners, education partners, teachers, parents, students, members of the public, we extend a warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining us for this momentous event. And now, to formally open the program with welcome and congratulatory remarks, we invite the Director General of the OECS, His Excellency Dr. Didicus Jules. Dr. Jules is a servant leader who has long championed education, achieving full literacy in Grenada during his tenure as Permanent Secretary of Education, this being one of his many acts of educational service in the region. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jules.
Honorable Ministers of Education, distinguished guests, colleagues, partners, and family across our beloved OECS. Welcome to this momentous occasion, the launch of the OECS Digital Harmonized Primary Curriculum, a milestone that speaks not only to progress, but to purposeful innovation rooted in our own Caribbean genius. Plutarch, the ancient Greek philosopher, once said, "The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled." Today, we gather not merely to light that flame, but to prove that the spark, the torch, the brilliance of that fire are our own making. This launch represents far more than the digitization of a curriculum. It symbolizes a decisive leap forward in shaping our own educational destiny. It is a product of OECS ingenuity, crafted by our teachers, our curriculum officers, our technologists, and our visionaries, who understand the rhythm of our classrooms, the heartbeat of our children, and the aspirations of our communities. What we celebrate today is a triumph of local capacity and creativity. From the earliest drafts to the final digital framework, this curriculum was conceptualized, built, and refined by OECS educators and specialists. We have proven that we do not need to import transformation. We can invent it, adapt it, and own it. It reflects our reality, our values, our vision for the future. Every learning outcome, every digital module, every pedagogical tool carries the fingerprints of our own innovation and the wisdom of those who live and breathe education in this region. This initiative epitomizes what harmonization truly means. Member states standing shoulder to shoulder, pooling their expertise and resources. Educators across islands co-creating content and pedagogy with shared commitment. The most innovative classroom teachers who are actively shaping exciting learning experiences emanating from their deep-seated love of their students, contributing their innovations. And partners and donors trusting and enabling local leadership rather than prescribing from afar. This is the OECS way. Collective leadership with indigenous innovation at its core. Education transformation is not an imported script. It is the expression of our collective intelligence, our resilience, and our ability to learn, adapt, and lead. The OECS Learning Hub and this digital curriculum are living testaments that the Caribbean mind is not waiting to be rescued, it is ready to lead. Transformation becomes meaningful when our teachers become innovators, when our students become creators, and when our ministries become laboratories of change. It is about using what we have, using our talent, our experience, and our insight to design what we need. A call to sustain the flame. So as we celebrate this milestone, let us see this not as the end of a project, but the beginning of a movement. A movement towards an OECS education system that is digital, inclusive, relevant, and proudly ours. To our educators, thank you for showing that transformation is possible when passion meets purpose. To our partners, thank you for believing in the strength of local leadership. And to our children, may this be your light, your compass, your launchpad into a world where your imagination has no limits. Today, the OECS stands not just as a beneficiary of global support, but as a generator of ideas and solutions for the world. May this flame of innovation, born of our own capacity, continue to burn steady, strong, and shared, lighting the path to a new era of Caribbean education. Congratulations to us all.
Thank you, Dr. Jules, for so perfectly welcoming us to this momentous occasion and underscoring the tremendous significance of this event by highlighting that the launch of the OECS Digital Harmonized Primary Curriculum marks a turning point in our region's educational transformation journey. We are also joined by the head of Human and Social Division at the OECS Commission, Mrs. Cicera Simon. Mrs. Simon plays a key role in leading the delivery and implementation of the work across the division, which notably includes education and what we are launching today. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Cicera Simon.
There are moments in our professional lives that remind us why we chose education. This is one of them. OECS Ministers of Education and other education officials, development partners, parents, and the wider community, good day. Today, we celebrate the launch of the OECS Digital Harmonized Primary Curriculum, a landmark achievement shaped by the hands and hearts of more than 150 educators across our region. Teacher educators, curriculum specialists, assessment officers, principals, and classroom teachers worked collaboratively, bringing expertise from early childhood, special education, technical and vocational fields, and the creative arts. Their collective wisdom has given us a curriculum that is rigorous, relevant, and deeply connected to the lives of our children. This curriculum is a shared promise, a promise that every child in every OECS classroom will have access to high-quality learning materials that reflect our cultures, our histories, and our aspirations. A teacher in Antigua and Barbuda can now draw on resources that speak to the geography of St. Lucia or the traditions of Grenada. We are teaching content with cultural connections, cultivating critical competencies. To support this transformation, we launched MyPD, a comprehensive professional development program that prepared educators to navigate, implement, and enrich the curriculum with confidence. To date, over 1,500 teachers across the region have accessed the platform. And behind the scenes, a dynamic team of young, enterprising OECS technologists and designers infuse the platform with artificial intelligence and immersive features, making it intuitive, accessible, and live. Alongside the curriculum, regional experts developed the OECS Early Reading and Early Mathematics Assessments, tools designed to measure achievement at the grade 2 level across countries, schools, and students. These assessments are aligned to global proficiencies and will be benchmarked internationally. They will help us understand where we are, guide where we go, and ensure that policy and practice are grounded in evidence and equity. This is the kind of progress that reflects who we are, built by educators, powered by technology, guided by data, and rooted in the belief that every child deserves to thrive. Let this launch be a call to action and a celebration of what we can do. Achieve when we lead with purpose, collaborate with trust, and dream without borders. Congratulations, OECS. Job well done. More work ahead. I thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Simon, for those warm, welcoming remarks. We are inspired by your words that we should let this launch be a call to action and a celebration of what we can achieve when we lead with purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue today's program, we're delighted to bring you something special. A creative performance that captures the spirit of today's event in a unique and inspiring way. Please join me in welcoming the Skid Rhythms from the Vipute Primary School in St. Lucia. Thank you, Skin Rhythms, for that beautiful performance. Let's give them a round of applause. A truly creative expression that captured the essence of today's event. And now we move to the next item on the program. An address by the Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister of Education, Commonwealth of Dominica, and Chair of the Council of Ministers Education. Please join me in welcoming Minister Alfred to the stage.
Distinguished guests, colleagues, educators, partners, and friends, good morning. We celebrate a milestone of regional significance, the regional launch of the Digital Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Harmonized Primary Curriculum. This is a proud moment for all of us as we celebrate the strength of partnership, the courage of innovation, and the promise of progress. These values lie at the very heart of our theme, the power of partnership, forging our path forward. The Digital OECS Harmonized Primary Curriculum is a perfect reflection of partnership. It is the result of many minds and many hands working together. The Ministries of Education, teachers, curriculum officers, digital experts, and regional partners all united in a single vision to create a learning system that empowers every child, every teacher, and every nation within the Eastern Caribbean. Now, a student in Dominica can explore the same rich, interactive content as a student in St. Lucia or in St. Kitts. A teacher in Antigua can collaborate with a colleague in Grenada, sharing strategies, materials, and ideas in real time. This is the power of partnership in action, a region learning, teaching, and advancing together. The true heroes of this transformation are our teachers and students. An equally important part of this initiative is the Professional Education and Continuing Studies Learning Hub. Together with the digital OECS Harmonized Primary Curriculum, it forms a dynamic partnership, one that provides ongoing professional development and support for teachers as they navigate this new digital landscape. Through the Learning Hub, educators will be able to share best practices, exchange ideas, and receive training to strengthen their teaching capacity. As we forge our path forward, let us remember that this involves shaping, refining, and strengthening through persistence and purpose. Yes, there will be challenges, technical, regional, perhaps even cultural, but let us face them with unity and optimism, knowing that our collective efforts will guide us through. We celebrate the dedication of our regional teams, the resilience of our teachers, and the shared vision that brought us here. Let us continue to nurture the spirit of collaboration, for it is through partnership that we find innovation, through unity that we find strength, and through shared purpose that we find progress. Together, let us continue to forge our path forward for our children, for our teachers, and for the future of the Eastern Caribbean. Congratulations all. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for those thoughtful remarks on the power of partnership. Your message truly reinforces how collaboration and shared vision can drive meaningful impact. As we continue today's program, we now move into an exciting segment, the official launch of the D-OHPC and the demonstration of the hub. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Royston Emmanuel, Senior Technical Specialist, OECS Commission, who will now guide us through this demonstration.
Teaching is one of the most rewarding careers. But let's be honest, it's not always easy. From lesson planning to grading and keeping students engaged, the workload can be endless. That's where the OECS Learning Hub comes in. Designed with educators in mind, it brings everything you need into one powerful, easy-to-use platform. Imagine saving time, boosting creativity, and making an even bigger impact in the classroom. Let's take a closer look at the tools that make this possible. Before we dive into the individual tools, let's start with an overview of the platform. The Learning Hub is built to streamline your teaching process, offering a seamless experience from lesson planning to assessment. From the main dashboard, you can access curriculum guides, lesson planning tools, assessment resources, and professional development materials, all carefully structured to support effective teaching and learning. Now, let's explore these tools one by one. The platform offers all your teaching tools, lesson plans, assessment, resources in one place. Access comprehensive curriculum resources organized by grade level and subject. Each section includes learning outcomes, teaching strategies, and assessment guidelines. The content is carefully structured to support effective teaching and learning. Teachers, are you tired of searching endlessly for quality educational resources? Well, introducing Pearl Resource Finder, your one-stop solution for finding the best videos, lessons, and books. Simply enter your subject, grade level, and topic, and let Pearl do the work. Discover top-notch resources from YouTube, Khan Academy, and the Global Digital Library, all in one place. Preview videos, read lessons, and access books with just one click. Pearl makes lesson planning easier, faster, and more effective. Try Pearl Resource Finder today and unlock the power of smarter teaching. But finding the right resources is just the beginning. Once you have great materials, the next step is designing engaging lessons and assessments. That's where Pearl's AI-powered teaching assistant comes in. So, meet Pearl, your AI-powered assistant designed to help you create engaging lessons, generate assessments, and streamline your workflow. Simply describe what you need, and Pearl will provide customized support aligned with OECS curriculum standard. Now that lesson planning is easier, let's tackle one of the most time-consuming tasks for teachers: grading. Introducing Grade AI, your AI-powered grading assistant that makes marking assignments faster, smarter, and stress-free. Step 1. Upload your assignment, whether it's a PDF, Word document, text, or even handwritten work. Grade AI will extract the text instantly. Step 2. Let Pearl analyze the assignment, suggest a grade, provide detailed feedback, and even explain her reasoning based on your criteria. Step 3. You remain in control. Adjust grades, ask Pearl for insights, and add custom feedback, all saved automatically. With smart grading, assessment is effortless, handling any format, even handwriting. Pearl's AI assistant is ready to chat and provide explanations. Teachers have full control to modify AI suggestions. Save time and grade smarter with Grade AI. Once your students have received feedback, how do you ensure they're progressing? That's where Pearl iQuiz comes in. Pearl iQuiz is the smart way to create, take, and analyze quizzes. Need quick curriculum-aligned quizzes? Just select a subject, grade level, and topic, and then let Pearl AI generate your quiz instantly. Prefer to customize? Upload your questions or quick AI-generated ones before assigning them to students. Students can take quizzes anytime, anywhere, receiving instant feedback to track progress and improve skills. Monitor class performance with powerful analytics to see trends, strengths, and areas for improvement at the class. Join iQuiz today, where smarter assessments lead to better learning outcomes.
Don't want to use Pearl iQuiz? No problem. You could always use Pearl's quiz generator to create innovative, transformative quizzes that you can download and administer in class.
But great teaching is more than just planning an assessment. It's about collaboration. That's why we created the OECS Maker Studio. Step into the Maker Studio, a dynamic and interactive space designed exclusively for educators like you. Connect with colleagues from across the region, exchange ideas and collaborate in real time, share valuable resources and engage in subject-specific communities tailored to your needs. Whether you co-developing lesson plans, discussing innovative teaching strategies, or seeking fresh inspiration, this is your hub for creativity and professional growth. Need help navigating the platform? We've got you covered. The Learning Hub offers comprehensive support through detailed user guides, video tutorials, and direct assistance. Click the chat icon to connect with Pearl for immediate help or reach out to our support team. We also provide support for helping both teachers and students develop their digital literacy skills. Introducing Pearl Digital Safety Explorer, an interactive learning platform designed to help you master digital safety and cybersecurity in a fun and engaging way. Step 1. Generate your own learning scenarios, select your topic, age group, and region, then customize your levels and number of scenarios. Step 2. Dive into real-world digital challenges. Read each scenario carefully and choose the best response to stay safe online. Step 3. Learn from detailed feedback and explanations, ensuring you understand digital safety best practices. Educators across the OECS are already using the OECS Learning Hub to enhance their teaching practice. Join the growing community of educators transforming their classrooms with Pearl and the OECS Learning Hub. Get started today. Create your account and explore everything the platform has to offer.
Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, for that excellent demonstration of the new platform. It's truly inspiring to see innovation in action, bringing to life the possibilities for more connected and inclusive 21st century learning across our region. Let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now, to keep the energy flowing.
All right, thank you, Royston Emmanuel, and to all of the other presenters who certainly helped to set the context of exactly why we are here today. We'll now pause the OECS virtual launch package for a hands-on experience that will give you a feel for the innovative tools now available to support teaching and learning, and to execute this segment of our program, we have Miss Tennille James, who is a Curriculum Support Officer attached to the OECS Pearl, and she will be assisted by 3 teachers. First, Nadia Windsor, a teacher at the Sign Hill Government School. We also have Tashana Reed of the Lomans Leeward Anglican School, and Winnie Samuel of the School for Children with Special Needs, Georgetown. So put your hands together and welcome them as they come.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, let me just say thank you for your patience. We truly appreciate it. So, I'm not sure if anybody is familiar with this guy. Sorry, let me just scroll. Is anybody familiar with this guy on the screen? Yeah. For those of us in education, we cannot escape him. All right. For those of you not so familiar with education, his name is John Dewey. And he is famous for his idea on, well, his theory of learning. His theory is basically this. Students should never be spectators to their learning. All right. In order for them to truly learn, they must be actively engaged, one, and you must give them an opportunity to reflect on that experience. So that is exactly what we're going to try to achieve today. You've heard from Royston, by the way, he's the main developer of the OECS Learning Hub. So in this session, we're going to actually give you an opportunity to engage with the hub, all right, and as well as reflect on that process. Now, as you can see, the hub is filled with a host of tools. All right, we cannot go through them all, especially now. So we have decided to focus on one tool in particular, which is the AI Lesson Planner. Now, the AI Lesson Planner, as you would have seen, is one of the many different AI-powered learning tools that were uploaded to the hub, or embedded into the hub, in addition to the curriculum documents. Now, one of the reasons why we selected the AI Lesson Plan is because we know that traditionally in education, once you hear curriculum reform, it's usually concentrated on the development of beautiful, lovely documents, right? And unfortunately, not much emphasis is placed on creating resources to actually support the delivery of those documents. All right, so we recognize this, and for me personally, it is one of the best features of the hub, of course, after the curriculum documents that were written by writers, including writers present here in this room. All right, so we're going to focus today on the AI Lesson Planner. Now, one of the other reasons why I like the innovative learning tools, because they were actually created by technology and education specialists from across the region, including St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we're going to challenge you a bit. Now note, for those of you who are out of the field of education, it may cause you to sweat a bit, but that's why I am here, as well as my lovely colleagues, Nadia, Winnie, and Tishana are here. So but before we get to the actual activity at hand, we want to hear your first impressions. You know, you've just seen the video about what the hub entails. We are going to look at the AI Lesson Planner. What is your first impressions? And remember, you know, your feedback matter. It is the reason why you are in fact here, because we want to get your feedback to see ways that we can improve. So let me ask, when you just looked at the AI, the tools that are available, you just heard the word AI Lesson Planner, what was the first thing that came to mind? Any volunteers? Or do I have to step into teacher mode and voluntold some people? Yes. Mm-hmm.
The holistic, informed approach also has a sort of like a reflection, aspect to it. And then I really love the concept of all across the region, teachers are kind of like combined on this platform. I feel like I like that.
Thank you so much. and I share your sentiments. Anybody else would like to chime in? I would like to hear from one of the student teachers in the room. What are your first impressions? Because this really is for you. Yeah? Something, you like it, you don't like it, you're a bit skeptical.
First impression, I liked it because for us it is easier for us to do, so we can try and create lessons from it.
Right, and that's the whole goal of this hub, is to make lesson planning easier for teachers, more efficient, and of course, done in such a way that you are able to still adapt and suit it to your context. So thank you so much for that. All right, so we're gonna jump into the real action, which is going to cause us now to go about a little role play. I want you to pretend for a minute that you are not yourselves. All right, and I have some options here. You could pretend that you are a new teacher. All right, so some of you, I don't know, maybe today lost your job and you have to go into teaching. All right, so you're a new teacher given the task of teaching any of the curriculum subject areas, whether it be math, social studies, science, language arts. You have to teach, so you need something to help you. Or you could be a homeschooling parent who needs, obviously, a curriculum to help with the teaching of their child or children. Or if you're like me, just one who just likes to be informed and aware of current affairs. All right? So you will take on either of those roles, or you are free to choose your own other role that you see fit. And then we are going to create a lesson plan using the curriculum components provided. Now you will have 10 minutes to generate this lesson plan. All right, so I want you to, at this moment, to direct you to what the curriculum components are. So you will see your folders. So Tishana and Winnie and Nadia would help me here. All right, and your components are essentially extracts from the curriculum. All right, and I've provided you 4 different ones. So you will see social studies, mathematics, science, language arts. Everybody has found their curriculum components? All right, so everybody got the curriculum components now? Right, so you're going to choose any of the subject areas there. All right, you can choose mathematics, you can choose science, again, you can choose language arts, and you can choose social studies. So if you look at the curriculum components, I've kind of made it easy for you. The task easy for you, not so? Yeah? All right, so you want to choose art? Okay, then you could choose social studies, because art is heavily embedded in the social studies curriculum. Yeah? All right, so actually is challenging me a bit. But yes, that's something we need to consider. All right, so has everybody gotten access to the curriculum components? I'm going to give you just a minute to choose a subject area. All right, your minute is up. So by now, everyone has their curriculum components. All right. So we're gonna go through the steps pretty quickly. So what will be expected of you? You would have to take out your device, of course, and for some, we have provided you with tablets. So you will take out your tablets. You will open your browser and navigate to the oecslearninghub.org, following which you will input your prompts, generate, edit, and then save. Now, to ensure that we are all on the same page, I need you to pay special attention to this particular part. Is everyone paying attention? No, we're not. All right, can I have everyone's attention, please? Thank you. All right. All right, so by now, I trust that everyone has gotten to the OECS learning page. Yeah? So when you get to the learning page, this is where you're going to be entering your components.
This is coming from the PowerPoint, and you want them to. And this is from the browser.
All right, we're having some technical difficulties, but can I just see show of hands? Those of you who are on the hub, have you been able to access the innovative learning tools? Okay, good. All right, so we will come around and guide you accordingly, okay?
Education, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's go! Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore.
5 more minutes, everyone.
Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Celebrate the joy we share. Celebrate children everywhere. Celebrate a brighter day. Celebrate, celebrate. Our voices ring. Celebrate, we can do anything. Celebrate the early years. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Early childhood education, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's go! Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Celebrate the joy we share. Celebrate children everywhere. Celebrate a brighter day. Celebrate, celebrate.
All right, time is up, but it seems that some people may just need Yeah, 5 more minutes. So I'm going to give you 5 more minutes to complete this.
Early childhood education, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's go! Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Celebrate the joy we share. Celebrate children everywhere. Celebrate a brighter day. Celebrate, celebrate. Our voices ring. Celebrate. We can do anything. Celebrate the early years. Celebrate, celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate. Early childhood education, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's go! Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore, creating a love for learning forevermore. Early childhood education, it's where it all starts. Nurturing young minds, igniting a spark. Through songs and stories, they learn and explore.
All right, everyone, time is up. Devices down. All right, let's pay attention here. So I did see a few persons sweating, and I did see a few persons showing themselves, like this group over here. Finished in record time. Had even time for proper discussion. All right, so let's just rewind. So we are looking at the OECS Learning Hub, and that is available via oecslearninghub.org. Now, the OECS Learning Hub, as we have established, was created to host the new curriculum, OECS curriculum, as well as a host of a number of other tools and resources to support the delivery of that curriculum. Now, one of those tools is the AI lesson planner that we just actively interacted with and engaged with. So don't forget the steps. Now note that I did not include a couple of steps, and the first of which is that you will have to sign up for this. Now note, sign up is free. It is open at the moment to other persons outside of the school setting. All right, so for those of you who will actually sign up, you would see an other selection. You can select that, and it would allow you to sign up and use the tools for free, which is another excellent thing about this hub. Additionally, obviously, when you open your browser and you navigate to OECS Learning Hub, you will have to click on the innovative tools and then decide which of the innovative tools that you would like to use. And in this instance, we use the AI lesson planner. All right. So now that we have done, all right, which is the first part of the theory, we want to reflect on not just, well, first on this experience, actually getting a chance to navigate the hub yourself, well, the AI lesson planner. And then we're going to open the floor to any general feedback, questions, or concerns you may have with respect to the hub, and this will include not just the AI tools, but the curriculum and other features of the hub. All right, so we're gonna start first with your impressions. So what's your final thoughts now and impressions with respect to the innovative tools and the AI lesson planner? Yes, I see Karen is just itching to say something. Miss Lynn, can we hear from you?
Well, I found it was a very user-friendly experience. It allows for a wide variety of areas, especially as a teacher. You want to be informed as to how to cater to the different needs of your students. So I found that, very useful. One thing we did talk about is a possible speech-to-text kind of scenario going on there. So maybe that function can be incorporated or integrated later on.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I think there are some accessibility tools at the top that may able to incorporate, that should feature or should allow us to do that. Yeah, all right. But I just want to thank you so much for that observation. I just want to big up Winnie. She is in fact the reason that a lot of these special accommodations have been placed on the hub. Because when the hub was first introduced, Winnie was like, oh, this is good, good. But this does not cater to me at the moment. And she, as we mentioned, is a teacher at the School for Special Needs, Georgetown. So thank you, Winnie, for airing your concerns. And thank you to Royston, who graciously accepted his feedback, her feedback, and went and incorporated her suggestions into the hub. And that is why your feedback matters. All right, and we need you to be honest and open with us. Anybody else itching?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I have a particular concern here. I noticed that, and this is from experience with using AI as well, I noticed that it has the ability to do to give you some predictive information based on what you put in and so on, right? I'm just wondering, were there any provisions or thought given to the teachers in particular that would be using this platform in terms of the ability to analyze critically the lesson plan that is brought before them, or even the ability to pick up things that might be missing, because this in itself could create some form of dependency, and then we don't want to lose the ability of our teachers to naturally analyze and pick up things. So that is one of the concerns that I'd like to bring to the forefront.
Okay, and that is very much one of our concerns. In fact, when we are doing training with this hub, we do highlight to teachers that the AI is only a tool. All right, at the end of the day, they are the professionals and they're expected to use their professional judgment and discretion to edit accordingly. And if, I don't know if you noticed, but there's also an edit feature, right, which allows you now to go back and edit the product that was generated from the AI lesson plan. And it also allows you to download it as well. And when you download it, you can edit. And we could attest to this, those coaches who go out into the field, once they see that the lesson is AI generated, they automatically start to interrogate the teacher to ask them, how much of this is you? Right? So, there are, it may not be official, but we do have some checks and balances with respect to that. And we do encourage teachers to be creative and innovative, as well as to use their professional training and judgment. Yeah? All right, but that's a lovely question. Thank you for that. One other volunteer?
No, you.
Hey, I was going to say good morning, but good afternoon, everyone. So in terms of going through the process, my question would be around the topic and then going into the essential learning outcomes and specific learning outcomes. We haven't spoken about we haven't seen the curriculum itself, but I'm assuming that if, based on the prompts that we were to give it, from the topic selected, I feel as though it should be able to provide like a drop-down list for easier access in terms of the essential learning outcome and the specific learning outcome, because the amount of text that we have to enter could easily be incorrect. Or I know from other curriculums I've viewed in the past, a lot of these are like 1.12. So all of these could be listed and filtered by the topic that I've selected already, to just make it easier and more user-friendly for the teacher. So that was one. In the strategy segment of the creation of the lesson plan, I appreciated, seeing all these different provisions for learning styles, learning preferences, multiple intelligences, and so forth. But it then comes down to what are we doing within our education system to properly evaluate students to be able to have the information, the necessary information to put this into the system accurately to develop a lesson plan that's actually going to help the classes, because I'm out of education now, so I don't know how many assessments we're doing, or how frequently we're doing assessments to be able to speak with confidence about the multiple intelligences in our classes, the different learning styles, and what is the preferred learning style of our students. Yes, because we have to acknowledge we have quite a lot of untrained teachers within the system, so we have to make provisions that allow for easy adaptation by all persons who have the responsibility for education.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Mark. Mark is a former teacher, by the way, and a former student of Malas. No, that's an excellent the first observation is an excellent one, and yes, that is something that we do. We have been advocating for, to make the hub as seamless as possible. So where you could include more drop-downs, please include more drop-down. Now, with respect to the latter bit about assessment, now, one of the things that we have encouraged with this new curriculum is what is called learner profiles, right? So at the start of every school year, teachers are expected to carry out a learner profile. Now, a learner profile is essentially an assessment not only of the students' knowledge, but it also as well try to get from them their likes, their dislikes, as well as their backgrounds, not to judge them, but just to get a sense of what the home is like, so that you could navigate cautiously in some instances if you have to, or provide whatever added support that is necessary. So I don't know if this helps a bit to ease your concern about the assessment.
It's just how you carry it out, and ensure it is actually carried out. Because take a school like grammar school, how many of us staff we have there, it's all the subject areas for that class, but it's to ensure the method that it's using to carry it out is scalable across all the schools
yeah.
and across the region. So yes, you can identify this tool for assessment, and have the students fill it out, and that generates by school, by class. This is what the class learner profile looks like, and that could also be incorporated into the system. I mean, I just thinking further ahead to say, well,
yes, there are plans to incorporate the learner profiles into the hub. And additionally, sticking to the assessment, we have also introduced the OERA and the OEMA. Now, these are diagnostic assessments. Everybody is familiar with the National Diagnostic Assessment. We've all done it. All right, at grade 2 and grade 4 level. So the OERA is just the regional form of that assessment. And that have actually been incorporated into our national assessment as of last year, where we did a pilot last year. And we also did the first trial of it, full implementation, earlier this year. All right, and of course, the purpose of this diagnostic system is just that. All right, not to get an idea of where the students are, and in this case, it will be their minimum competency level. All right, and where they need to get to. Is that easy concern a little bit? No?
not necessarily, because my experience with the diagnostic test from before is, as you said, to get a gauge of where the students are at in comparison to what level they should be at. But the assessment that we started speaking about initially was to ensure that the prompts that you're answering as part of the strategy aspect of the lesson plan development, the learning styles, the learning preferences, the multiple intelligences are all accurately captured by both the trained teacher but also the untrained teacher. Again, just making provisions to run it
Right, and
across.
the point is valid. So that's what I'm saying. Yes, the teacher should consider all of those things, but they should also, the assessment or the results from the assessment should also inform their decision going forward with respect to what accommodations should be made for students.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? All right. So there's one more question.
Good afternoon, everyone. One very brief question. So we welcome all of these changes to the OHPC, and we look forward to hopefully all the benefits that will ultimately take place once this document is integrated in the classroom. My question, though, what aids are being provided for teachers so that they can understand? I mean, as you rightly said, AI is a tool. So if I'm creating a lesson plan, I would need to know what are essential learning outcomes that are applicable for my specific lesson. What are the specific curriculum outcomes applicable for my lesson, and all of these things that are listed on the sheet here. In the curriculum, and I could be wrong, I stand corrected, I didn't see anything that could help, especially we have all of these persons who sometimes come to our classrooms from set program and yes program and no program, and we see them come in, they don't have any teacher training, they have no exposure to teaching. What is embedded in the curriculum itself that would aid an untrained teacher and even a trained teacher or even an experienced teacher who may not have been part of the piloting? What is there to help them to know I am teaching descriptive writing? Where do I go to find my essential learning outcome that is aligned to descriptive writing? Where do I go to find my outcomes? Where can I find something to help me differentiation? Is there anything embedded into the curriculum itself to help teachers like that? That's question number one. I know I said I only had one, but I have two. The second question, we noticed and AI is a tool. Many teachers have become quite accustomed to this tool now. My students can spin me around with lesson plan generation, and they do. But what we noticed in this particular, when we tried it out a while ago, the specific objectives were not specific. in the lesson plan that we tried out. They were not specific. I am an untrained teacher. So I suppose my second question loops back to my first one. I'm an untrained teacher. I create my lesson plan. My lesson plan objectives are not specific, even though I may think they are. The way they are written, they're very fragmented. I've not seen any full, complete sentences that tell me who is actually doing the action in some cases. What support is there? Are there samples that show maybe what it should look like so that somebody could make a comparison and understand that what is being generated here, I mean, it's just AI and may not be exactly what should be placed in the classroom. Thank you very much. I think Dave Lynn had a question as well. You remember what it is?
It was linked to the curriculum being embedded.
Oh, Mr. Hillox brought up that as well too.
When you put the topic, so our topic was fiction. I think that it should have been a case when I put the topic in that I shouldn't have to put in certain information. It should have already been there. That was my point.
But then, don't you want to maintain your independence as a teacher? Right? Who mentioned it? We don't want teachers to become too complacent, where they lose a sense of ownership of the lesson planning process, and hence that's the reason why some things are still open and left to the teacher to fill in. Yeah. All right, but we will take your suggestion. All right, Dr. Butler, you said I'm trying to process what you're saying. All right, in terms of support, that's one of the reasons why I gave you copies of the PDF version of the curriculum. Well, we know that there is still some work to be done in terms of transferring the PDF version to the digital version on the OECS Learning Hub. But if you go through the PDF version, you will see that the strategies are so detailed, all right, and they were structured in such a way, especially with the social studies, that new teachers can simply go through the strategy, lift the strategy. They could try it as it is, or if they're so brave, or like me, who would like to establish some ownership of my instruction, they may edit it to suit. Additionally, in addition to the curriculum documents, we have, at the Curriculum Development Unit, a number of officers have actually gotten together and they've developed several scope and sequence. So we now have a scope and sequence for social studies. There's a scope and sequence for language arts. There's a scope and sequence for mathematics, and there's a scope and sequence for science. And in each of those scope and sequence, it gives you week by week the topics. Well, again, these are all recommendations. The topics that you could teach, in what order, including the duration. All right. In the social studies as well, you can just the page number is also given, where you could actually go and find the strategies aligned to the SCOs, right? Additionally, we have developed sample lesson plans for teachers, so teachers could get a better idea of what is expected of them when developing lesson plans. We have developed a couple of lesson demonstrations, actual recordings, and actually just next week, we'll be going to Greg's government to do another recording, and that will be on the language arts curriculum. And we're hoping that, when we develop these videos, teachers will be able to access them and have a better idea of what is expected in terms of the delivery of the curriculum. Yeah? Yes?
Right, we're in a modern era where technology is at our fingertips, right? As Ms. Butler states, that the students nowadays coming into teaching, they're well versed in technology. So coming into a session like this today, they were kind of optimistic, looking forward for the actual curriculum, the actual scope and sequence. Yes, they know about AI. So having an AI session with them is like cliche for them.
Okay.
They wanted, if the AI tool were something where you can pull up, where when I'm typing, as the guy said, Mark said, when I'm typing, there should be something. By now, we should have gotten somewhere where I'm typing in, I'm saying, just we're doing language, right? Descriptive writing. There should be some stuff dropping down, some drop down prompts there, so that, let me go back. There's the essential learning outcome, right? It should be like 1.1. So these tech-savvy teachers, they should see, okay, 1.1 is where I should start. And there should be like little stuff coming down that is not taken back from the teacher. Yes, we are needed, but because of the era we're in, right? Certain things should be embedded in the AI to make the work easier for us teachers, right? One more thing that there's the addition details there with special needs and so forth, right? Right. As a teacher coming out from college, remember we're hot, right? We're hot with the information. They want something that, even though we don't get this information from college, I am going into an actual classroom now. How can my lesson be incorporated with whatever I've been learning in college and that you have here? So it's actually mine as a new teacher. Then there should be something there that can guide them along. That's why I wanted the drop-down icons.
Okay.
Right? Because yes, we're brilliant. We have our own ideas, yes. But even though I have my ideas, I want something to push me along the right way. That's just my 2 cents.
All right, thank you so much. And I take all of your concerns. I do agree. Where we can streamline the process, we should make the effort to do so. Just a reminder that this is not necessarily a training per se. It's just a stakeholder consultation so that we can see how far we've gotten with the curriculum. So it's really to launch the hub. Now, we do plan to reach out to the Teachers College because we do know that they are important stakeholders, and we do intend to engage them as well as provide some training. All right, and additionally, on the hub itself, there is the MyPD, which provides a number of training manuals for teachers, new and old, with respect to different aspects, assessment, instructional and stuff, right? Right, so we are mindful that there are other stakeholders in the room, right? And we not necessarily don't want to bore them, but we just wanted to give them a snapshot, all right, of the new OECS Learning Hub. All right, so my apologies if this session did not meet your expectations, all right, but we will work on that, okay? All right? All right. All right, so I'm going to wrap up here. I want to say thank you so much for your feedback. I have noted them, and I will communicate them to the OECS, and hopefully we will see, well, not hopefully, I know we will see improvements to the hub. Thank you so much for your time.
Early childhood education. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's go! All right. Thank you so much to Tennille and team, and to all of you for your active participation in today's practical learning session. It was particularly encouraging to see those members of the audience outside the realm of education engaging directly with the new digital curriculum tools, really highlighting the enthusiastic spirit we strive to foster among our stakeholders. And your interaction and feedback are crucial as we continue to refine and implement these resources effectively. Now, speaking about engagement, we wish to acknowledge really quickly the contribution of our stakeholders outside the realm of education. All right, so as your name is called, we ask you to come forward very quickly, and you will be presented with a small token from the OECS Pearl team by Change Manager, Mrs. June Russell. All right, so we start with Mr. Andre Brown. In the center. All right, we thank Mr. Brown for his willingness to participate. Particularly in this launching exercise, and for his feedback in the process. All right, that's Andrew Brown. Thank you so much. And we move on to Dr. Maurice Butler. Dr. Butler. And Dr. Butler was a member of the writing team. That's the writing of the curriculum, specifically for language arts. And we have Mr. Mark Hillocks, from whom we heard in the open forum, a former teacher, now in business, but we do appreciate your feedback. And we move on now to Ms. Karen Lane. Ms. Karen Lane. We have Ackley Olton, and Ackley's contribution dates back to 2022, when we first engaged him as a stakeholder to contribute to the development of the curriculum and assessment framework, and he came back and back again. Similarly, we have Carl Phillips. Carl Phillips, with us since 2022, contributing to the curriculum development process. Thank you so much, Mr. Phillips. And we have Mrs. Pauline Robertson. Pauline Robertson, again, faithful since 2022. While we were still in the idea generation phase, and we drew quite a bit of ideas from Ms. Robertson, and she came back and is back again with us today. All right, we have Nadia Windsor. Ms. Windsor, come quickly. Also one of the curriculum writers and involved in several aspects of the curriculum development process. Tashana Reed. Tashana Reed. All right, Ms. Reed is one of those teachers who's very enthusiastic, and I'm told into the hub. All right, we have Winnie Samuel. Winnie Samuel, thank you very much for your contribution. Ever vocal, yes, I remember her, particularly from the symposium. We had a symposium to bring awareness to the digital OECS Harmonized Primary Curriculum, and Miss Winnie was very, very vocal there. Thank you all. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I now invite you to turn your attention once again to the screen for the resumption of the OECS virtual launch package. Thank you for your attention so far. Thank you all. Thank you all. Yes.
Join the growing community of educators, transforming their classrooms with Pearl and the OECS Learning Hub. Get started today, create your account, and explore everything the platform has to offer.
Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, for that excellent demonstration of the new platform. It's truly inspiring to see innovation in action, bringing to life the possibilities for more connected and inclusive 21st century learning across our region. Let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now, to keep the energy flowing, we have something special lined up for you.
a land with 365 lives. It's Dominican, Cinderella of the Caribbean. There's none to come just this beautiful island. I say no matter who I say, just a forest of OECS. Too much in the forest, makes it too hard to invest. But I go with the world, and I know it's not this. You get it from the world, and let's food and water. Just this is no romance, even on a river. You can get from Dominica. Dominica, Dominica, I love you.
OECS and the D-OHPC promotes education and sets the foundation for lifelong learning.
A moving performance, would you not agree, ladies and gentlemen? So please join me in thanking those talented performers for that wonderful performance. As we move forward, we turn our attention now to our next segment, A New Horizon for OECS Learners. To lead us through this discussion, we're pleased to have several distinguished speakers.
The OECS Learning Hub means giving every learner in Anguilla the power to access quality education anytime, anywhere.
For us, it represents a bridge to the future, where digital tools enhance every teacher's ability to engage, inspire, and have impact.
The hub symbolizes resilience and readiness, a commitment to education that is inclusive, responsive, and future-proof.
The OECS Learning Hub empowers our educators with cutting-edge tools that support excellence in teaching and learning.
For St. Kitts and Nevis, the hub is about connection, linking our students and teachers with knowledge and opportunities across the region.
The Innovation Hub is our promise to future generations, a commitment to digital equity, innovation, and excellence.
What we have accomplished today is a step in the right direction for the further transformation of our education system.
Hello everyone. My name is Adita Bakchori, Country Program Officer at the Global Partnership for Education. It is a pleasure to join you virtually to celebrate this important milestone, the launch of the OECS Learning Hub and the region's first digital harmonized primary curriculum. On behalf of GPE, I want to congratulate the Ministers of Education, the OECS Commission, and especially the teachers and curriculum teams who made this possible. Your collaboration and commitment are truly inspiring. This milestone is about fairness and opportunity. It means that every teacher and child in the OECS, in every classroom and on every island, can now access the same high-quality learning tools to build strong skills for the future. With interactive lessons, digital resources, and support for teachers, this platform shows how innovation can strengthen teaching and make learning more engaging for students. The platform is also a testament to the power of partnership and digital collaboration that allows OECS states to advance further by working together. GPE is proud to support you on this journey of digital transformation, and we look forward to celebrating the continued success and growth of the OECS Learning Hub. Congratulations again, and thank you to everyone involved.
Each perspective shared has deepened our understanding of how education is evolving. Let's give them a round of applause. And as we continue our program, we turn now to a very special segment, a presentation from our teachers titled Sparks in the Classroom, a Teacher's Perspective.
With the use of the Pearl AI, I am capable of translating my lessons for my non-English speaking students, so no one gets left behind.
This digital platform has been built in with an AI tool that assists teachers in many ways to complete their lesson planning.
Every lesson I've visited, it is a lot of student-centered, a lot of engagement, activity-based, and the students are showing that they are learning.
Every lesson feels fresh, modern and full of discovery. Our classrooms have become more interactive, enjoyable and student-centered.
The new curriculum has engaged teachers in ways that are unforeseen in terms of what can be done, what can be used to get students to learn.
There is the learner profile so that the teachers get to learn about the students and their home and their background even before delving into a lesson. There are so many resources.
One of its key advantages is that it is accessible both online and offline, allowing teachers, parents, and even students to access resources anytime, regardless of internet connectivity.
It's been quite an experience because it takes away 80% of the work that teachers have when it comes to planning, because it literally automates the entire process of getting that done.
Once used effectively, the Learning Hub will create a joy for learning for both students and teachers.
Thank you for that insightful presentation. It is often said that the people who can teach. We are very grateful to hear from our teachers who are igniting learning across our schools. And now to continue celebrating in the spirit of innovation and inspiration, we invite you to enjoy a creative performance.
This youth man I know say he want to be a rapper, but he can't even yank and he don't talk proper. So I can just teach him to do it like this so he don't shoot for the stars and miss. I tell him rhymes like the times gotta change and grow, so the older you get the more you gotta know. You can't rhyme words like cat or rat and think people gonna be satisfied with that. So by elevate with the OECS curriculum, that'll make you think it'll help you along, cause it's digitized and it'll harmonize the whole nation and the region. You got the style, he got the swagger, he confident, but he ain't no bragger. It might take him a while to put the words together, but he could run this game, get fame and claim nobody better. So I tell him read books, newspapers, even the dictionary. Take my advice and go by the library. With the digital curriculum, stay up to date. If you keep up with technology, you must be great. Tupac himself went to high school for the arts, so when he shout thug life, don't think he wasn't smart. You gotta walk for what you want in life, nobody got hand it. Unless it's spoiled rotten and you really a bandit. And if you want that respect, you gotta own it, not command it. Some people think they know, but they don't understand it. Focus in school, think hard and long. Study for your future and you can't go wrong. Your friends get all A's and some B's too. So when I tell you about this, I ain't harassing you. I want you to get exactly what you do. And if you follow what I say, the sky can't hold you. You gonna win if you speak in this language like a master. Spin words like Lewis Berry, you mean a disaster. Believe in yourself for the congregation of the pastor. Lay a foundation and build your knowledge till it's vaster. Be yourself, talking better like you gotta sound like them. Keep it real, chase your dream, get that paper, use a pen. On your wealth, keep your twang, stay true to you, and then you must be the boss and you can floss in the end.
We've come thus far by Carmela Lawrence. It felt like yesterday we embarked on this great journey. And now we are here today, standing proud and free. I can feel the pride as I look at us today, standing strong in the world, charting our own way. Oh, land of beauty, God's blessings on thee. Move in unity, God makes us strong. We've come thus far, our country growing stronger. We've come thus far, peace and love shall reign forever. We've come thus far, we've come thus far. God, help us on our way. Saint Christopher and Nevis, our nation shines for all to see, glistening with liberty and justice for everyone. With flags flying high to fulfill our destiny, guide the hands of our leaders, keep our children free. We've come thus far and we're not weary. No, 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 no. From mountains high down to the sea. So take my hand, 'cause you're my brother. As free men, we walk together. We're not weary. We're not weary. Oh, land of beauty, God's blessings on thee. Moving in unity, God makes us strong. We've come thus far, our country growing stronger. We've come thus far, peace and love shall reign forever. We've come thus far, we've come thus far. God, help us on our way.
We now turn to our next segment, a video presentation highlighting the voices of parents titled Illuminating the Home, Learning Beyond School Walls. Let's take a look.
So the hub has been beneficial to me as a parent. Firstly, it's easy access. You are able to go online and look at the curriculum and find the content that should be taught. Okay. Secondly, it's user-friendly. It's very attractive. You go online and you are able to use it also on the go. I could be on my phone, I could access it on my laptop, I could access it as work. So it's accessible and it's user-friendly. Okay, what I value most as a parent is being able to get the activities from the hub, access to content and activities that I can use at home to seek to my children. For example, my child is doing number concept at school. I could go on the hub, get an activity and do it along with my child.
We now move to our next segment titled The Architects of Connection, Crafting the Curriculum. This segment is presented by the OECS Curriculum Development Team. Please put your hands together and join me in welcoming them to the stage.
This is regional integration in action. Very relevant, very necessary, very appropriate.
Traditionally, we kind of gave a kind of one cap fits all, but now it has allowed us with the new curriculum to change the way we perceive and the way we view teaching, the way we approach the students in our classroom as teachers and as administrators, how the kind of support we need to be giving each other to be able to accomplish and to change what's happening within this century.
It is also available digitally. There is AI embedded in the curriculum. There is lesson planning infused. Everything is available at our teachers' fingertips. And so we really feel that this move into the use of this curriculum is going to increase student outcomes and also help give our teachers the kind of support they need to be successful in the classroom.
We are living in a digital age, and with a digitized curriculum, it makes life easier for the teacher. They can go right onto the platform and they can get a number of tools that's going to assist them with the whole aspect of teaching and learning in the classroom.
Let us make the best use of the D-OHPC. There is still more to do, but let us take pride in how far we have come and stay committed to seeing it through to the end.
Thank you, OECS Curriculum Development Team, for that enlightening presentation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we wish to invite the OECS Software Development Team to deliver a presentation entitled Code and Community, the Making of the Platform.
The digital transformation of the harmonized primary curriculum really will impact education across the member states in a number of ways. For one, I think it will really contribute to creating that ideal Caribbean person with those necessary 21st century skills. But in a lot of ways, it will reduce the administrative burden for teachers in terms of facilitating integration, inclusion, high quality planning and evaluation as well.
Well, it was a database management system. It's all about helping teachers track students' progress throughout not only the term, but also their years. So we're focused mainly on primary schools right now, but the system can definitely be scaled to secondary schools and even tertiary institutions.
It's very transformative, and I believe with the integration and collaboration of many different people from different aspects within the Caribbean region for OECS, under the OECS umbrella, it would really push the digital transformation to the curriculums within the schools and within all the different regions.
The main functionality that streamlines a lot of the processes is that everything is in one specific place with this database system, and there's user functionalities and different access levels. So when it comes to the teachers, they would be able to take attendance, they would be able to input grades, they would be able to see and track how a student is performing.
Professional development messaging chatbot. So basically it's going to allow professional development to become something that's less static. It's going to be something that's a little more dynamic and teacher oriented.
Teachers no longer need to reinvent the wheel every new school year. There is a bank of resources made by other teachers in the makerspaces. All they have to do is pull up their topic, go through the lesson plans or go through the activities, pick whichever one works best for their class and their needs and tweak it, and that's it. So what used to be a couple hours of planning can be cut down to maybe an hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience. As we draw close to the end of our program, please join me in inviting Mr. Rafer Gordon, the Project Manager OECS Pearl, to the stage to deliver the closing remarks.
What a truly energizing and historic moment we have all shared today. If you feel a sense of excitement, of optimism, of possibility, you are not alone. Today we launched a curriculum and a platform, the OECS Learning Hub. We have struck the first resonant chord of a new era for OECS education. This is the music of the future, a sound that will make its mark on every young, impressionable mind before us. We have seen the future today. It is a future where OECS teachers are empowered with world-class tools, where the students are connected to a curriculum that is resilient, dynamic, and truly ours, and where the region stands as a force for educational excellence. But this music involves us all. It is the result of a brilliant harmony of effort, a powerful symphony of collaboration, and it is my profound honor to celebrate the artists who made this possible. To the visionary leaders who made this possible and continue to lead the charge with further refinements to come, you were the conductors of this symphony. You held the vision, set the tempo, and unified teams in this grand purpose. We thank you. Senior leaders of the Ministries of Education, we salute you. To the brilliant technical teams, our curriculum and education officers, subject matter experts, software developers, and teacher educators, you are the composers and the virtuosos. You wrote the complex score and played the intricate notes to bring this beautiful platform to life. We thank you. To the principals and dedicated teachers, you are the heart of this performance. You are the soloists in every school who will now take this music and share it with the audience that matters most, our children. We thank you. To our invaluable partners, both regional and international, you were the patrons of this art. You believed in the vision before the first note was played, and our special gratitude goes to the Global Partnership for Education, our benevolent lead sponsor who helped bring this entire orchestra to life. We thank you. Special thanks also to the OECS Commission's team of experts leading this inspiring work, sounding the call to dig deep and look within to create and innovate. And to all of you here today, in person and online, you are the audience that gives this work its meaning. Your enthusiasm and commitment are the applause that will fuel the national and regional teams for the journey ahead. So let's leave here today with a sense of mission. The platform is live, the note is struck. Now our shared adventure truly begins. Let's go forward from this place and let this symphony of learning resonate in every school and every home across the OECS.
Thank you, Mr. Gordon, for those profound remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the end of our program. Thank you for joining us for the launch of the OECS Virtual Hub. Be sure to follow us on social media and visit our website www.oecs.int so you can access these and more resources and keep up with our latest news. Thank you and do take care.
For the days when the weight feels too heavy and your heart's been through too much.
My friend, I know sometimes that you feel alone. I know sometimes there's trouble at home, but I want you to know you can always count on me.
My friend, I see the weight you carry inside. Trying your best, but it's so hard to hide. But I want you to know you can always count on me.
When the nights are long and you're losing lights, when your heart's too tired to keep up the fight, just reach out, don't face it all alone. You've got a place to home. I know you've been feeling down and low, but please believe that you can make it through. You should know that you're amazing. Deep inside, I know you possess greatness. Don't you dim your light, just keep it blazing. You should know that you are so amazing. You should know that you're amazing. Deep inside, I know you possess greatness. Don't you dim your light, just keep it blazing. You should know that you are so amazing.
I know you's a real friend and not no simple wannabe. I know that the friendship is so real, the way that you help me. We don't have to waste no time, be I know wicked enemy. I love our friendship bond just by the way you support me. I love you, you love me. We are one big family. The main focus of our friendship is just love and unity. I love you, you love me. We are one big family. There is nothing that could turn us into shady enemies.
When the world feels heavy and you're losing your light, I'll be your strength, I'll help you fight. You don't have to stand alone in the storm. I lift you up till you feel warm.
I know you've been feeling down and low, but please believe that you can make it through. You should know that you're amazing. Deep inside, I
Thank you so much to those key players and partners. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we close this launch chapter, let's continue to carry forward the spirit of collaboration, the very spirit that brought us here. Thank you so much for coming and for viewing. My name is Marlon Anton James, and it's been a pleasure.
The world we knew has changed. The people have changed. And now, OECS education has changed. Our students live in a new reality, a world of instant connection, a future that demands digital skills, resilience, and innovation. OECS educators have answered the call. We built a future. 3 years of regional collaboration. Through the vision of the OECS Pearl, we forged something new. This is the Digital OECS Harmonized Primary Curriculum. An entire universe of learning now in one place. Interactive lessons, dynamic tools for teachers, rich analytics. A curriculum that is equitable, accessible, and future-ready for every child. This is transformation in action. It's equity, resilience, and the new standard for education across our islands. Be there as we launch this new curriculum through the OECS Learning Hub. Hear from regional leaders and see the classroom demonstrations. The future of OECS education is here. Join us.